Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, friends, YouTube family. This is a 55 fathoms watch we sold about 5 years ago to one of our clients, and he says he loves his watch and it would need a service, and so he sent it in to us and we serviced it in our way. Part of the service, is I'm going to describe it to you, is we suggested a new crystal because his old one had scratches, and we upgraded at this time the crystal to a sapphire. It's a double dome sapphire, and man, I sure love these crystals. These sapphires look so beautiful. Then the movement needed service after 5 years. On a Seiko like this, we opted for a total new movement, because servicing a movement, you cannot service a movement that you can replace for around 100 for $300. You can't service it for 300 if you can replace it for around 100. So then you have everything new and some. So we did that. We put a new movement in that watch. After 5 years, that is not necessarily the norm. Some of these watches run much longer, but you don't know. So we put a new movement, and we transferred, of course, the dial and the hands. And we made this 5 years ago with the same Müller&Son strap that that it has here on the watch, brand new, because the customer requested that he also had a new strap, the same one he had 5 years ago, and so we made a new one, same dimension, same everything. Obviously the leather looks new, and that was the point. He wanted to have where in the inside where it sits, the leather sits on the wrist, it crackled a little, and that's really what I could find. So upon this request, of course, we made a new strap and we put it on. It is pretty much like brand new. Also, I must say that the client that owned the watch since 5 years, owns the watch since 5 years, was one of the more gentle wearers, if that's a word. He was not all banged up like crazy. Sometimes we get them really banged up, but anyway, of course we clean it and so on. After 5 years, there's an accumulation of grime and dirt in areas that are not wiped down because you don't have no access to it. But when we take it apart, we can, and then also, of course, we relubricate certain areas. The movement is perfectly with the newest synthetic grease build that's Seiko and Seiko original. But when you open the case back, the gasket needs to be re-greased, and you take the crown out. The crown has several gaskets and a crown tube, and that is also re-greased to of course reinstate or refresh the water resistant. This particular model comes with 100-meter water resist, and then when we put a new crystal in, as we did on this one, of course, then that also has still the same rating. We're not changing anything here, except, you know, we clean it a little bit and carefully press with special equipment the crystal back in. We've been building watches. I've been making just on eBay 15 years, but longer than that. But anyway, so it gave me an opportunity to show you a watch that has been now brought to new standards, to the new standard. Was a beautiful upgrade crystal and a new strap after 5 years, same exact strap, and of course we're here thrilled that the customer loves his watch. We sure do, and I figured I'd make this video. These 55 fathoms are one of, or my favorites. Somebody recently asked me how I signed on to these. Well, you know, I am a Jacques Cousteau fan. Jacques Cousteau is a French diver, and you might know his boat, the Calypso. Even John Denver wrote a song about it. And Blancpain made the first diving watch, and that's what you're looking here, talking about original DNA. And so me and my love for Jacques Cousteau and his Calypso boat and these diving adventures. When I was a boy, I'm in my 60s now, when I was a boy, there was no internet, and my goodness, his movies were full of sea creatures. I was riveted and fascinated whenever the show was on. I grew up in Germany at that time, which is not that far from France. Of course, I've been there. And then I moved to California, and I've been here now since a long time. But anyway, a beautiful watch, and I wanted to make sure you see that. And thank you very much for being our client and customer. We still sell the same watch on Müller&Son. Oh yes, please like and subscribe to our little videos. They I should make sure you see that buckle too. They like and subscribe. They're plentiful here, and it helps our micro business very much when you do. This guy in the back is Buddha, as we know him. He's really the god of prosperity in this form, but most people know him just as Buddha. Well, thank you again, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.